Hello, my lovelies. So, I am at my dentist and I'm about to have a cleaning and an x ray. And I tell you what, I had to fight with my insurance just to get this done. I don't know what's going on with certain insurance companies, but it's getting ridiculous. You pay your dues, you do everything you're supposed to, um, you go to a dentist that's on their list, and then they tell you that you didn't do something right, or you didn't wait long enough, or blah 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 blah. And it's like, just let me go to the dentist. That's all I want to do, is go to the dentist. I'm paying my dues. Let me go to the dentist. That's why I have dental insurance. That's why we pay for dental insurance. And I tell you what, like, dealing with the dentist office isn't much better, because they get an attitude when you're like, well, I paid everything. Can I not just come in and see the dentist? And, I'm vaccinated. I'll wear a mask. I'll do whatever you want. I'll even try to turn a few backflips if you want, just for good measure, just to entertain you, just to get to see the dentist. And they act like you coming to see the dentist is coming out of their pocket. It's like restaurants with their sauces or napkins. If you ask for a few extra, you're robbing from their babies' mouths. And I'm like, calm down. I'm not taking out of your paycheck. Me coming to see the dentist is not going to affect your life in a negative way. It's going to bring business to you. And then maybe you'll have a job tomorrow, because in this climate nowadays, especially in a small town, these businesses are shutting down like rapid fire. It's happening fast. And not a lot of people are going to the dentist. It's like, eat or go to the dentist. You know what? My teeth might be rotting out, but I'm gonna eat. So screw the dentist. And I'm actually trying to come to the dentist. So it's kind of frustrating when you're paid up on your premium and all that stuff, and you check your paperwork and online and everything says you're good, and you call in and they say you're good, and then you go in and they're like, oh, we found a problem. I'm like, oh, you looked for a problem. And it's like, okay, do you want to stay in business, or do you want to be collecting unemployment in the next few months? Because people are not coming to the dentist. They're afraid of COVID. So choose your, like we say, pick your battles. Do you want a job, or do you want to be a nitpicker? I mean, come on. Let the people see the dentist. Set the dentist free. Open the doors so we can see our dentists. They're open. It's not like I'm trying to barge through a closed building. They're open to the public. Let us see our dentist. We'll work out the bill later. I mean, in the end, I'm going to pay. Trust me, I'm going to pay out the nose probably. But they'll get their money. I've never stiffed them. And I've been here before. And I've never stiffed these people. So I don't see what the drama is, other than the drama they're trying to create. And I just don't have time for that kind of drama. It just shouldn't exist. So let's see how this goes. I'm so looking forward to this. Hello, my lovelies. So I thought I would update you on what happened since my dentist appointment. I went for my cleaning and my polishing like I always do, and I had an x-ray, and I knew that I had a cavity down here because I've seen it, which is kind of why I made the appointment in the first place. Everything got worked out. I had a little back and forth with my insurance company, but it all worked out. So, of course, he said that, there was a cavity, which I knew, it wasn't any big surprise. What did surprise me is that I have a cavity up in my wisdom tooth. So, that did kind of surprise me, but it didn't alarm me like some people might think it would, because I've had a wisdom tooth removed, and I'm just going to have it removed. Like, even he said there's no reason to try to do anything with it. It was just nice to have a cleaning and polishing. It felt nice. I love it. I get all worked up beforehand, not really because of the dentist, but because they have to get so close to you. And, I have issues with anxiety. But once I get in there and I kind of get relaxed and I take my medication, I calm down like a lot. Like I'm not freaking out every time I go to the dentist. It's just, I get a little worked up beforehand because I'm always afraid of the worst. Even though I brush and I floss and I rinse, I'm not perfect. Since I had Eli, my teeth have been giving me a little bit of an issue. Like I said, I have a cavity. Now, in my life, I've had a total of 4 cavities. I'm 37, and I've had 4 cavities. Right? Yes. 4 cavities and a broken tooth. When I was pregnant, my wisdom tooth broke, and they just extracted it. And then I had a cavity, and they filled both of them. And now I have a cavity further back here and a cavity up here. And I'm just going to have this wisdom tooth extracted, and I'm going to have this tooth filled. So it's not like I'm just ignoring my dental health, because obviously I'm not. I pay my dental dues and I go in. It's just that with my medication, and I do struggle with depression, so maybe sometimes I don't brush like I'm supposed to, or I skip at night and I really shouldn't. That's on me. That's not on anybody but me. But I do go to my dentist, and I try to get regular checkups. I know during 2020 it was kind of hard because my dentist was shut down, and then in 2021 it was still kind of difficult because he only took so many people at a time, and it limited the amount of people he could see, which, you know, he's just following CDC codes. I can't really fault him for that. So, you know, I always expect the worst, and it's never as bad as I think it's going to be. Like, I expect that. I always think in my head that I'm going to go in and he's going to say that he's going to have to pull one of my, like, important teeth, as I call them, important teeth. And, you know, it freaks me out because I'm like, what am I going to do? And, you know, all these crazy thoughts. But with my wisdom teeth, I really don't care because, like, this one down here is not growing in properly anyway. There's just not enough room and stuff. So, you know, it doesn't really bother me that he's saying that he's going to extract this top tooth. I do have to go further away to have teeth extracted because I can't, with my anxiety, I can't just go in there and, you know, have them just remove it. You know, if I'm awake, I just can't. So I have to be put under. It's nothing serious. It's just like I guess like a local anesthesia. It just puts me to sleep, but I don't have to be like tubed or anything. Like, it's just really simple. I've had it done before. I went to sleep. I woke up. My husband drove me home, and I slept a couple more hours, and I woke up feeling fine. I took some Advil, and I kept my gauze changed, and I was fine. Like, the stitches came out in a couple of days, or maybe it was longer. It was about a week. It wasn't long, and the stitches came out because I remember I was working then, and I was at work, and I felt something in my mouth when I was like wiggling around, and then I just kind of pulled it out, and it was a string, and I was like, oh, my stitches came out, and that was it. So, you know, I was very grateful. I know I've been to this place. They're awesome. They are amazing. It's a little further to travel, but it's not like super far. It's about 40 to 45 minutes away from where I live, so it's not horrible. And, you know, my husband would take me and my sister would watch Eli, and, you know, the older kids will go to stay with grandparents. And, you know, it just makes it easier. And, you know, they don't have to deal with me panicking. But as for drilling, I'm fine with that. Like, they just numb me and they use the gas, and I'm totally fine. The dentist, he's really funny. He's got a sense of humor, really laid back, just an awesome person. He makes light conversation, and before you know it, he's done. It's just like, okay, I'm done. And you literally feel like you just sat down. I just can't deal with the sound of a tooth being extracted. I just can't. And I know a lot of people who say that they can't. And he's totally cool with, like, sending me to somebody else to have it extracted. Like, he doesn't get upset or anything. He's just like, yeah, we can set that up for you right away. What's good for you? And I love it. Like I said, I've only had it done once, but, you know, I loved it. It was so easy. So I'm waiting for my appointment. I go to have this tooth filled in the back, and then we'll set up my extraction date, and that's it. That's going to be basically the gist of it. Unless he decides to do the extraction date first, and I don't think he is. I think he's going to do the extraction date second, which works with me. Last time the extraction date came first because the tooth was broken. This one just has a little cavity. It just, itty bitty little cavity. And he's just like, I would just have it extracted. And like I said, I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with it. And so I think this time the extraction date is going to come second and the filling is going to come first, because that's the most pressing item, and I'm fine with it too. So that's just basically it. When it came to my dental insurance, they were fighting me over my premium, and what I was supposed to pay that day. It was supposed to be a $50 copay, and they were telling me that I was going to have to pay for it all out of pocket. And I know that's not true, because I was up to date on my payments, and they were saying I was behind, and that's not true at all. I pay everything electronically. You have to, because the office is not here in state, it's out of state. And I tried to explain that to them, and they just weren't listening. And that's what kind of got me a little heated, because I have in my statements where I paid, and I didn't want to go online and show them my bank statements, because I didn't think that that was fair. So I was trying to explain to them the code I got whenever I paid my bill. They give you a code in your receipt, and she wasn't listening, and I kept telling her I have the code. I have the code written down right here if you want it, to show that I did pay. And it was so weird. It was so weird. It was so weird, because the lady in the dentist's office wasn't really working with me either. And finally, I had to just tell them both, look, you're not going to see my bank statements, but I have the receipt code. I have proof that I paid my bill. And I just started reading off the code as they were talking. And I was just like, here's the code. And finally, they realized, well, it was a woman. She realized that, oh, this is a legitimate code from where she paid, like, to validate that you paid, something like that. And when she listened and stopped trying to overtalk me, she saw that I had paid. I had paid on time, on the 1st, like I always do. I have an alarm set. It goes off on the 1st, and I pay my bill. It's just so simple. I wish they had it where it automatically took it out, but they don't, because that's how I pay my car insurance. They just automatically take it out, and I don't have to worry about it. The 16th of every month, they take it out, and that's when I combine my car insurance and my life insurance, which I'm about to do. That's the same way it's going to work. It's going to be one total every month on the 16th, and they're just going to take it out of my account. And I wish they did that there, but they don't. So I try to pay on the 1st of every month. So far, I've done really well. I've had it since October of 2020. I had to think there for a minute. October of 2020, yeah. So it was kind of confusing, because I hadn't paid my yearly copay. And, you know, I was willing to pay, but they didn't want to accept it, because they said that I had lapsed. I don't know. It was really super frustrating. But thankfully, they, you know, finally got the code, and I was able to validate that I had paid my bill. So everything was smooth after that. There was no issues after that. You know, it's just, I don't know. I guess sometimes they get in a mood. I don't know what's been going on, but, you know, they just don't want to listen. They want to overtalk you. And, you know, I was trying not to shout, but I'm just like, ma'am, if you would just listen, I have the code. I'll give it to you. And she was saying something about my bank statement, and I was like, ma'am, you're not going to see my bank statement, but I'll be more than happy to give you my code. It just seems so, I don't know, odd, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm very careful about, well, I try to be very careful about my teeth, like, because they're janky anyway. And, you know, they're not the prettiest teeth around. So, you know, I want to see my dentist when I want to see my dentist. And, you know, I wanted to see my dentist. I think it's a fair request when you're paying for insurance to want to see your doctor, dentist, eye doctor, whatever it may be. And they just seemed like they didn't want me to go see my dentist, and it was just getting frustrating. And I know that's probably not the case. They probably didn't care if I saw my dentist. I don't know exactly what's going on. I can't tell you because I really don't know. I guess maybe she's having a bad day. I don't know. Maybe I was having a bad day. Maybe we were both having a bad day. I don't know. I'd like to think that she wasn't totally at fault, that it was somehow, I was to blame too. I don't know. I find it hard to see, but I don't want to seem like pompous. So, yeah. I don't want to be that person. You get what I'm saying? If you notice, I've kind of changed up my color. This color right here is about my natural color. This is about as close to my natural color as I'm going to get. I was always dark-headed. Red is not actually my natural color, and you probably all figured it out because, eyebrows, hello. So, as you can see, this is, obviously I'm going gray, but I've colored my hair. And there's still a little bit of red in there, but like the darker parts, this is closer to my natural color than anything, and I don't like it. I'm not even lying, I don't like it. That's why I changed my color. I don't like my natural color. I just don't. I know some people would be like, oh, but it's your natural color, and I get that, it's what nature gave me, which now nature's giving me gray, so, but I don't like it. I want something different, so I'm gonna give it some time to settle, because I don't like to dye back to back to back. When it comes to my hair, I don't like to rapid dye, so I'm gonna wait. I don't know, what's your opinion on this color? Yay or nay? I don't know. I'm just not feeling it, and I'm used to the different colors, so I'm probably going to go back to like a burgundy or something like that. But if you have any input, what you think of it, feel free to say so in the comments. I'm open to criticism, constructive criticism. I've been doing better lately. I can't say I'm doing great, but I'm going to say I'm taking it day by day, and every day gets, well, not every day. I'm going to say I have my good days and my bad days. So today was actually kind of a good day. It was a Friday. I cooked dinner. I made barbecue chicken, which is something I hadn't made in a long time. So I was feeling kind of good, kind of confident, kind of, feeling good in myself and, stuff like that. And then I remembered, oh, I never did say anything about the dental appointment. And it's been a couple of days now. And I was like, oh my gosh, how could I forget about that? But it happens when you're running a household and you have 3 children and you have one with special needs and, a husband and, just stuff and health issues. You know how it is. I know I'm not the only one out there feeling the struggle, especially since 2022 has just been so weird. I know I'm not the only one who's feeling that 2022 has just been super, super weird, and I don't know. Anyway, it's been really cold here. Really, really cold. We got snow today. It was beautiful. I love snow. I wish it snowed every day. It was cold, but I know that's just ridiculous and stupid and impossible. But I do love snow. And it was just pretty to sit on my front porch. I was bundled up and I was watching it, and I had a hot cup of coffee, and it was just really just kind of surreal. So yeah, today was a good day. So I'm not gonna make this super long because I feel like I'm rambling, but I hope to get back on track here soon with some of my videos. We're talking about going to the mountains again in March, and that'd be super awesome because, yeah, I really miss the mountains. I need to just get away and just, I don't know, kind of de-stress and just kind of let it all out and just enjoy some mountains, because they're the mountains, and who doesn't love the mountains, right? It's the mountains. So I love you all. I hope you're staying safe out there, and yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.